How are you supposed to homeschool multiple children in multiple ages and different grades? Well, in today's video, I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that. Hey guys, it's Vonnie from Mrs. Mom's Homeschool and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to give you some tips on how to homeschool multiple children, multiple age ranges, and multiple grades. This video is in collaboration with other homeschool moms who have more kids than I do. Some have less kids than I do. I have 3 children. You're going to have moms here who have 5 or 6 children. So make sure you check out the playlist in the description below. I have a 4-year-old who's starting kindergarten. I have a 9-year-old who's between 4th and 5th grades, and I have an upcoming 8th grader, and I'm gonna have a 1st grader this homeschool year. So that is why I feel qualified to teach on this subject, because I've been homeschooling my other 2. When my 8th grader was younger, I had a baby around, or a toddler. I always had a little one around. So I'm gonna give you my top tips to homeschooling multiple age ranges. My tip number 1 is to create a notebook with their independent work. So last homeschool year, I was just using a composition notebook, but this homeschool year, I got my son a planner. And this is a homeschool planner. I can link it below, but it has the day and every subject. I'm gonna put for him in one way or another is his independent work. These are things that your child can do while you're working one-on-one with another child. Things such as handwriting, reading, flashcards, math facts, typing, or even math that they can do on their own. So when you're working with your other children or one-on-one with another child, your child is not wasting time. They can go ahead and start knocking out those subjects that they can do by themselves. That way, by the time you get to them for, like, let's say their language arts lesson, all the other stuff is already done. It makes the whole school day go by quicker instead of them playing and wasting time and waiting for you to tell them what to do. So if you can get your kids on a routine where they know, okay, mommy's working with this other student, you need to go over here, look in your notebook, pick whatever it is you want to do, and do something from that list. My second tip is if you have a younger child, a toddler or a preschooler, fill their love tanks before school even begins. Give that first hour in the morning, maybe wake them up before the other kids, or maybe have them help you make breakfast and then read to them and then play with them. Maybe do their school or their circle time first before all the other kids get started with their school day. That way their love tank is full. They've had a lot of your love and attention, and now they can go and play individually, or you can even have some little bins of toys or little Ziplocs of activities, of things that they can do on their own as you're homeschooling your other children. And you can even try to include them as much as possible. For example, if you're doing a history lesson, you can have them color one of the coloring pages, or if you're doing a science experiment, they can sit nearby and watch too. Making them feel as involved as possible is a good idea. And I have a video here of when I was homeschooling and my now 4-year-old was about 1 or 2 years old. I think she was about 1.5 years. And it shows you all the millions of things I tried to do to entertain her during the day, during the homeschool day. So make sure you guys check out that video. It's a really good video. My third tip is to schedule your day into blocks of time. So this is called a block schedule, and if you want detailed on how to make one, make sure you check out the card above. But basically, you're not scheduling like from 8 to 9 we do this, and then from 9 to 9:15 we do that. That is too stressful, and that doesn't work out because kids get hungry, kids have to use the bathroom, kids get hurt, kids get annoying, right? Sometimes they don't even want to do their work, and then you have a problem. So realistically, that doesn't really work out. So you want to maybe do blocks of time where you're saying, like, from this time to this time, these like 3-hour blocks. We're gonna have breakfast, and then we're gonna get started with our morning work, and then we're gonna do our history lesson. And then from this time to this time, you just have like a block of things to do. Tip number 4 is to have your older children help out with the younger children. If your older child is waiting for you to do something with them, they can definitely do reading with the younger child or do a math lesson with the younger child. Or if they're done with their school day, they can help you in the homeschooling process. So enlist the help of your older students if you can. Tip number 5 is to group as many subjects as you can together by buying multi-aged curriculum, such as your history or your sciences and geography. Those can all be taught to like sometimes K through 8. So you want to group as many of those subjects together to save you time. And because can imagine doing, you know, language arts and math and history and science for every single kid. You would be doing school all night long. So make it easy on yourself and group those main subjects together if you have more than 3 or more kids. Okay, and my final tip is to be patient with yourself and be patient with your children. If this is your first time homeschooling, it is an adjustment for everybody, not just for you, it's an adjustment for your kids too. So remember that when they're getting on your nerves and they're not wanting to do their schoolwork or they're playing around, they're not used to being home and having to do schoolwork. It's gonna take a little while for you all to get adjusted to this new lifestyle. Also, make sure to embrace it. Embrace the lifestyle. Make those memories that are going to last a lifetime. Make homeschooling enjoyable. It doesn't have to be horrible. It can be horrible if you make it horrible. But if you have patience and love and understanding, you will be able to have a beautiful homeschool year. Homeschooling, in my opinion, is one of the most wonderful things, and I personally enjoy being with my children and teaching them and seeing them grow in their different subjects and understanding what they want to learn about, whatever they're struggling with, and being able to be the person to help them is such a blessing for me. So make sure you guys are enjoying this process, even if it's only temporary. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and please give me a thumbs up in this video, and stay watching for my next video in this series, Are You New to Homeschooling?